Shit is about to be a madhouse.
Man, I used to play the trap spot, propped on the block like I was part of the backdrop. Now it's scale, props, effects, and backdrops. The right lighting, you never catch me biting. Say you make it look so real when you pose the figures fighting. I caught lightning, stuck it in the detour. Replicate epic scenes from the Creed War. Compose pieces with artists that span the globe. Fearsome foes, Spidey in the picture perfect pose. Insert the comic book cut out to shoot a show. Oh, you ain't know? Yo, everybody know me. I made nerds cool nerd like my man Zobi. Took the everyday display, gave it a spark. Welcome to articulated comic book art.
Baggage! Damn, this joint came fast. Replaced my snapshot Spidey already. Just came back from True. I just grabbed a couple of Gears of War 3 figures since they had all of these three. The last time I was there, they only had Anya, but I got Marcus Phoenix, I got Anya back there, and I got Clayton Carmine. I already had Jace from Comic-Con from 2010. That was the exclusive. Don't ask me what I'm waiting for to open up any of the Gears of War figures. I'm not really treating them extra special or anything. I just kind of wanted to complete the teams before I open them up, really. So they just here until I grab a couple of more select figures. Just added the staff from the Marvel Select Gambit to the Marvel Legends Gambit there. It's really just so I can have somewhere for it. It's not really a big deal. Just added it to this little seam right here. I added Ghost Rider right there up in my little Marvel Knights cube. Somebody tell me something though. Ghost Rider Series 7 Ghost Rider, I think it's a great figure. It's an excellent figure. It's got a waist swivel though, but if you realize the Cannonball figure from the Domino and Cannonball 2-pack is the same exact body mold, but mine doesn't turn at the waist at all. Anybody else let me know if their figure turns at the waist, but and I don't know why I never added Crossbones to this before, but got Red Skull with his personal security behind him, just talking to his goons. So I've been looking at all the videos that came in so far. Over and over today. We had 13 already. We're expecting 22 posts, so we over halfway there. And I have just been super impressed with what I've seen, man. The amount of detail and dedication and just like creativity and some of these entries have just, well, and all of them pretty much, has just been phenomenal, man. Just the level of crispiness is above par, man. It's way above par, man. This has been crazy. I'll go over some individual ones and some specific things on each video too. So yeah, I changed up this scene up here because I wanted to use the furniture in this room that I had in here. Plus I wanted to get more goons in here. Just continuing my my quest to get as many figures as I can in my cases, and to really do a inventory and see which ones I still want to get doubles and triples of and stuff. And like I said, a lot of the ones that I'm gonna put in the case are ones that I'm not gonna really mess around with as far as posing them too much. So it's a lot of vanilla posing in my main displays basically. But I got all the goons here meeting with Kingpin, and you can see Jigsaw kind of kissing up to the big man, laughing. Hobgoblin there. They all yucking it up. Got Spider-Man and Punisher. It's just trying to fix the posing where they vanilla but still get some pretty cool posing. Got Jack-o'-lantern holding his gun there. A Scorpion and Vulture on a little exchange. He's like, yo, my dude, back up, will you? So yeah, I'm not totally happy with this just yet, but it'll get there. Add a little more detail and stuff on the side with the bookshelf and stuff. But I mean, it's supposed to be more so just a big empty room where all the goons could meet. Just cover the walls real quick so I could try to get a good shot. I took out Punisher, I just got Spidey by itself. Try to get it from this angle. So if you could see in that shot, what I like to do a lot with a lot of these scenes that have a lot of vanilla posing is use the facial expressions of the figures to my advantage to try to help tell the story here a little bit. So you could see in that shot how it looks like Jigsaw is kind of laughing and looking up at Kingpin and kind of get his approval And then you got Hobgoblin kind of holding him around the shoulder and kind of laughing with everybody. And it's a few people smirking. You can see Doc Ock smirking. And you can see Electro with a full-on smile. And you can see Sandman back there. He's kind of smirking. And I use this Craven on purpose too, because there's two different versions. There's one with the open mouth like he's screaming, but I had him with just the devious grin. I decided to use him instead. And then, like I said, I got these two kind of in a little exchange. It just looks cool and better when you have them kind of interacting with each other in a way. And I got Tarantula there, kind of like, oh shit, like wow, they got Spider-Man. So use the facial expressions of your characters to your advantage. Like you see some people work with the Hydra soldiers and do different things with the open mouth one as opposed to the one with the closed mouth. You got to use those expressions to your advantage when you putting together your displays. So made one more minor adjustment. I added the little chemistry table set here. Look like they meeting in a lab or something like that. I like to add my little props into the displays and my cube just so they're easier to access when I want to do actual real displays or take pictures with them. Could easily just grab that out. It's not a big deal. And he puts a little accent to this little circular meeting here. Switched out the Punishers in this display since I took them out of my Goons display. I think this Punisher is the best one. I had the face-off Punisher in there before because I wanted to give this like an old school look. Okay, so we just wrapped up round 3 of the ACBA World Championship Tournament. All the entries are in. We ended up getting 21 out of 22. Unfortunately, Configure didn't post anything, so he's going to be eliminated, which was definitely disappointing to me. I know it was disappointing to him too. I know he has a family emergency going on though. So, and then we had 2 late entries. We had one from Shuriken to the Balls and one from Chino Marino. So, not sure how that's going to play out in the scoring in the end, but we shall see. And I just thought this round was phenomenal, man. I thought this was probably the best round. I felt like these entries were like the epitome of articulated comic book art. These were literally 3-dimensional comic books. I mean, the level that everybody was competing on in this round was just crazy, man. I just thought these entries were just the best, some of the best in the competition. This one right here is actually from Cannons, and I thought his entry was really, really dope. There was a lot of Wolverine and Spider-Man collages, but that didn't really matter. Everybody's individual set was so unique and so different, and everybody's take on the collage was so just different. It was just unique. I mean, I didn't even have to give too much information about the collage. I tried not to give too much to take away too many ideas off of the table, and people got it, man. People really nailed it and did their thing in this round. And I love this ending on Cannon's entry where he's got the 6-inch figures here, and it looks like Wolverine took a hit, and he was kind of like dreaming or something like that with all of the 3 3/4 stuff that he had going on up there. I thought that was really dope. I really like how people meshed the 3 3/4 inch figures with the 6-inch figures and did the MSDs and really put together some phenomenal collages, man. So this was an amazing round. This was Which Ones' entry, and man, was this a sick entry. What I really enjoyed about this entry, everything was pretty much crispy. There was maybe like 1 or 2 things that I saw that was out of place, like the stands he probably could have hit a little bit better on Gal when he's getting hit by Dhalsim. But what was so crispy about this display was his posing. Like, these poses were so fucking pronounced and just so crisp. Like, it goes to show you that, for one, Which Ones knows how to pose these figures, but also that these Street Fighter figures are just amazing and phenomenal. Like, everything about this display I thought was pretty damn crispy. This was a really nice one. And then he killed it right here with the hurricane kick, or whatever you call that kick from Chun-Li. I forgot. It's been a while since I played Street Fighter, but very creative, and this was really dope. And her facial expression, I seen somebody mention that in the comments too, was hilarious, right? And then this last part right here, this knee, it looks realistic. The posing right here is just sick, just crazy. Really good, really solid effort for my man Which Ones. The last 2 panels in this was probably my favorite though. This ending here and the panel right before it I thought was just really dope. I mean, this thing looked like a 3-dimensional comic book. We got Ryan Riot right here. Clean, super clean display right here. This was Another really phenomenal comic book. Entry, but yeah, it was a comic book basically. But this was really, really clean, man. I like this one a lot. This is going to be a tough round to judge, I must say. But just everything about this was so crispy. It was like he took these pages right out of the book and just interpreted them with the figures here, man. Really, really well done. Then I like here at the end that he used the Revoltech Iron Man, I believe that is. Figure looks really, really dope. I wish I had that figure actually, but I just like how this flowed, man. It was just so complete and so on point. Real good job from my man Ryan Wright. And then we got an entry here from Mindless Spot 2, who I felt like was one of the sleepers of this competition. I felt like a lot of people didn't even really know about Mindless Spot 2 before this competition, but he made his mark, man. And whatever happens, no matter what, people gonna respect Mindless. He has some really, really good talent, man, and he is one of the best at doing this right here, man. So I thought his entry was super solid. The way it read from beginning to end, again, I'm gonna keep saying this, keep reiterating the same thing. This was a 3-dimensional comic book, and he went a little different and went with a villain in his collage. Basically, he was obviously able to include Spider-Man and some other people, but the focus of his collage was a villain, which I thought was pretty creative and cool. But just everything about this was sweet. The only thing I probably saw that was kind of a little off to me was this kick right here from Spider-Man. Just looked a little awkward a little bit. I don't know, but otherwise than that, it wasn't really much wrong with this display. Again, this is going to be very difficult to judge. Chaos with a really solid entry. This was sick. I really like this Thor part right here, but the scale of his set was tremendous. This is a big set. Only thing with this one I thought was a little off was the ending with the last panel with Iron Man and Titanium Man. I thought that he probably could have hit those stands a little better, and maybe those poses could have been just a little bit better. But this right here was sick. That was really well done. And this set was just amazing, man. Really good job from Project Chaos. One of my personal favorites in this round, Charles Dukes, does it once again. Just kind of incorporating almost everything. He's doing his thing with the extras. If you guys don't know, extras is when you actually take a complete figure out of the book and use it in your display like it's an actual character or what have you. That was created by Mr. Magus, or whatever that term was coined by Mr. Magus. So this was crazy. You can see he's got the extras back there with the Wendigos, and this was just a really nice set, man. This was sick as shit, man. But what really got me on this one was the ending, man. This part was good with the little Weapon X people here and how he's got Wolverine. Charles Duke's posing is just unmatched, man. This guy just knows how to pose like which ones. These are two of the best poses in the game. But this scene right here with Nemesis and the Age of Apocalypse right here, this was just crazy. Only thing I could see is this stand. Maybe he could have hit that a little bit better, but all of this, the way this is popping out, the cutouts that he used in there, was just tight. And he's got Wild Child extra back there too. I don't know if people noticed that or not, but this was sick. Really tight entry. Another perfect example of a 3-dimensional comic book. Slings a web with a very solid piece. I think he was one of the first people to put up his entry too, and this was crazy. And he did it a little different. Went with Spider-Man, but he went with the Ultimate Universe story. And I mean, he told this story like, this is crazy. I could see this in a comic book shop case, and people would really go and buy Ultimate Spider-Man and buy that comic off of this display. It was just ridiculous. And the best part was like the ending. And I see he finished up his Ultimate Green Goblin custom, and that was just a really nice touch at the end. Oh, and this explosion was sick. This explosion was crazy. Really well done there. I'm not sure how he did that. Maybe some cotton and a light. I don't know what he did there, but this was crazy. And like I said, the ending right before that with his Ultimate Green Goblin, this was crazy. If you haven't read that story, it was a really great story. Really well done, man. This was sick. JMRJ Hulk came with a really nice set. He went with 3 different Hulk scenes over time, but his final scene here with the Hulk smashing up the rocks. This was sick. This was really, really well done. I thought this was nice. The pose, the way the rocks look, it looked realistic. I mean, it looked three-dimensional. So this was great too. Fernando here with the only Transformers display, so that was good. I saw what he was trying to do here with actually putting the comic panels behind the display and make it look like they're actually coming out of the comic, and I thought this was really, really good. I just think that he suffered a bit because of the camera quality. You couldn't really make out everything as well as you probably wanted to, but I really like the jets coming out, the Decepticons coming out over top. I wish he would have a little more action, a little more battles in it too, but I thought this was a solid set though. I liked it. Other good thing about Fernando was he did something different every round. I'm looking at what people are doing from round to round, because when this is all said and done, if you make it to the end and you look at your body of work from every single round, these are going to be some pretty phenomenal displays and some pretty noteworthy displays. So, I mean, he did Masters of the Universe Classics in his first round. He did, which was a 6-inch scale. He did Star Wars in the second round, which is 3 3/4 inch scale. And then he went with the Transformers in the third round, which is, I don't know. We don't know what scale Transformers is. They all over the place. But the thing is that he's done something different in each round, which has been pretty crazy. A couple of people have been doing that. I've been watching that from the beginning as well. JRA Nightmare came with the Marvel 6-inch in his first round. He went with the Star Wars 3 3/4 inch in the second round. Third round, he went with the DC figures. So really, really cool. Just made a little bit more progress with my X-Men family portrait here. I added this little Mini-Mates Iron Man in there with Deadpool down there. Again, that's like Hazer Zero style. Hazer Zero is like the master of the Mini-Mates. They've got so many damn characters in Mini-Mates. Mini-Mates is trumping any other line. Marvel Universe, Marvel Legend, as far as the amount of characters and costumes they put out is insane. But yeah, I added that down there with Deadpool, and I added Zorn. I don't know why I added Zorn. I've said this before, but I thought the Zorn storyline on Grant Morrison's run of New X-Men was great. I thought that run was great. I thought the whole Cassandra Nova elements and when Cassandra Nova took over Professor's body and then how they got the Shi'ar involved and stuff like that, I thought that was sick. I thought that was great writing. What I didn't like is when Zorn turned out to be Magneto. I thought that was horrible. But for the most part, I thought Grant Morrison's run was pretty damn good. So it's the morning of December 15th, 2011. We're about halfway through the grading process. I started grading my entries last night and went over it for quite a few hours. And I got Trevor Harris's entries late last night or early this morning. So we halfway there, just waiting for Action Figure Expert and Solid Snake. This is Shardamus's entry right here. Really creative, funny ass soundtrack. A really good concept, but I don't think it was some of Shardamus's best work. I think he could have definitely put a little more detail and stuff into this, but it was a great set though. Really, really nice though. So I'm about to head out to UPS and try to refrain from smacking the shit out of the worker that I just spoke to on the phone. I had got a package yesterday. I had stepped out for maybe 10 minutes the whole day yesterday. I was doing shit all day on the computer yesterday. And so I don't know when UPS came and delivered a package. They probably did the bullshit that they do and didn't even ring the doorbell. It probably wasn't the normal guy that normally comes. Probably didn't ring the doorbell at all, and they just stick the ticket in my door, and they didn't even put anything on it. Like, person just put their name on it and that's it or whatever. So now I gotta go all the way. I have two post offices. There's one that's like literally like 2 seconds away from my building, and then there's one that I have to get on a bus to go to or whatever. That's in another section of where I live or whatever. So now I gotta go all the way over there to pick up the package. I had called this morning to figure out if the shit was there. You guys know that I always be having problems with these people over there. And the guy was just mad rude. So I told him, you know what, I'll just see you when I go over there. So I'm going to scream on them for everything for the past couple of weeks, where they took my $6 and they took my fucking coupons off my Toys R Us magazine and just being rude. And I'm going to just really have to go in on their ass when I go over there. Then I'm also go to Toys R Us because they're having a sale. So,
9 to 5 in the office with them crackers. 11 to 7, I played the block with the trappers. People in the office ain't Nas playing flagrant, and niggas on the block ain't Nas a double agent. 45 by the door in case trouble came in. I bet your trouble leave on a stretcher. I went to the door, I answered it with my gun out. My man like it's me, boy, chill, don't dumb out. Damn, I'm tripping, had to gain my composure. Went up in the kitchen and poured up a mimosa. I'm a G, I get that bread with my toaster. Tuck it in my belt, nah, I don't need no holster. I think I'm Mums the Muscle or Pac-Man.
I'ma be my cordial, respectful self at first. And I'm gonna request to speak to the person that I spoke to on the phone. Then I'm gonna curse him the fuck out. Just ran up in National Wholesale Liquidators real quick, just on a whim. I know they be having stuff sometimes. Got my package. But they got these Batman joints for $5.99. It's all a Scarecrow though. And they got wrestling figures for $9.99. Didn't get none at Wholesale Liquidators. I didn't get to curse out the guy that I wanted to for my package, but I did curse out somebody, so that made me feel good. And I'm gonna still call and complain on their ass. So now I'm run over to Toys R Us and see if there's anything going over there. I think they got a 2 for $12 deal on the 3 3/4 inch stuff. I'm gonna try to grab a couple of G.I. Joes if I can. For you. Everything's all over the place, but I'm gonna pick up these G.I. Joe figures since they 2 for $12, so that's $6 a piece, which is better than their regular like $8.99. So I'm gonna pick up a few of these. I'm trying to find more army builders, but I really can't. So first off, I forgot to say package. So I got a package which I'm gonna open in a few moments. I picked up some G.I. Joes. These are my first G.I. Joe figures since the 80s, since the original 3 3/4 inch Joes. So I got the Hazard Viper. This is from the Renegades line. I got Firefly. I kind of want to put together the Renegades Joe team. I also want to put together the main Rise of Cobra Joe team too. But Firefly, Snake Eyes, Cobra Viper. I definitely want to army build these as well as the other style troops from Cobra with the half mask. Cobra Commander. And Duke right here. And then I picked up Marvel Universe, Spider-Woman, and Steve Rogers Captain America. These was all 2 for $12. So I really just got the Captain America because I needed one more pair and I couldn't find anything else. And then I thought about maybe a modern 3 3/4 inch Avengers team or whatever. And I wanted Spider-Woman for something specific. I'm thinking MSD and another specific setup that I was trying to do. So that was my little haul for today. The package was another Marvel Legends Wolverine here, Weapon X Wolverine. I needed one more of these because the little backdrop part that comes with him here, my original one is just broken. I just broke off all of those little attachments and stuff and used them for like accents and displays. And I just wanted to have one of these complete in the event that I do want to build a Weapon X lab or whatever the case may be. Plus I wanted the extra head that comes with him so I can use him for another Wolverine that I have. I'll show you guys in a minute, something that I've done before. And this was loose. I think I paid 15 bucks even with the shipping, which I thought was pretty decent. It was loose, but it was brand new. You can tell that it's actually brand new, and he just opened it out of the package. All the joints are still really, really tight. But really the main thing was I needed it to be complete so I can use that head. As you can see, I got 2 of these X-Men Classics, new X-Men style Wolverine. This is in the style of when Grant Morrison was on New X-Men. And originally I had got this one because I knew I wanted to swap the head. I don't really like the face on this one. And originally I had got this one, but I had got it like loose off of eBay. But if you can see, there's like a little scuff on the nose right there. And even though I didn't really like the head, I still wanted to have the option of having them with the happy face on or whatever. So I ended up getting another one loose from the China seller, and this one didn't have the claw. So I figured, all right, no doubt, I'll use this one as the really relaxed Wolverine without the shirt, with the happy face, and without the claws out. And then I'll take this one here, and I'll just swap out the head with the Weapon X Wolverine, and it'll be cooler for the shirtless, angry kind of look or whatever. So now that I have that, I don't have to take the head off of the original Weapon X body that I have in this display. I'll keep the fully relaxed one in the Marvel Knights display that you saw earlier. And this is just an easy head swap. Anybody could do it. Just a little bit of hot water. Pop the head right off. The peg is, once you pop it off, you don't have to run it under hot water again after that. But the peg is perfect for both heads. So you can switch them in and out how you want them. But it's a pretty simple, easy thing to do. You know, I don't have really any customizing talent. I do the simple things that's within my means. So, and for the record, this is a really nice Wolverine. So if you don't have this figure, I would definitely recommend that you pick it up. It's really, really nice. A lot of detail too. Double jointed knees. It's got the ankle pivot. It's got toe articulation. It's even got a swivel down here, like right below the shin. Ball jointed hips. Double jointed elbows. Swivel at the bicep. Ball jointed shoulders. Ab crunch. Waist swivel. The head is removable. This is a really, really nice figure overall, though, too. So if you don't have this, I would definitely recommend that you grab this guy, too. So I started opening the G.I. Joe figures here. And man, am I really, really impressed with the detail and articulation on these, on such a small figure. And it's baffling to me how these figures have such great articulation and detail, and they're Hasbro figures. It's under the same exact company that makes Marvel Universe, but Marvel Universe is still working up to the point to where the G.I. Joe figures are right now. I don't know why Marvel Universe couldn't just come out of the gate with figures that were highly articulated and detailed, and that came with some nice accessories. He came with his little staff. There's an interchangeable head, a gun, the snake. I mean, all of these things that you get for the same price as a Marvel Universe figure. It's insane. So I don't know why that is. I don't know what the deal is with that. The same argument I was making last week about the Showdown figures and why Marvel Universe couldn't go in that direction. I have no clue, but I'm really, really impressed with this with these figures. And I probably will be trying to army build the Cobra troops and just get a basic G.I. Joe team. But you know, this takes me back. I haven't picked up a 3 3/4 inch G.I. Joe figure since the 80s, literally. Like, it's been a long time. I remember back in the day, these little the card backs, we used to save them because it had the bio information on the back, but there was also a proof of purchase that came with each G.I. Joe figure that you bought. And then you would get to, like, they had special G.I. Joes that you would have to mail away for, and only, like, mail order figures that you could only get through mailing sometime. I remember I got the Super Trooper. I showed that, like, many episodes back. In meantime, in between time, I still got them. But it would be a certain amount of money plus a certain amount of proofs of purchase, too. So you could use your proof of purchase to get exclusive G.I. Joes and stuff like that. So a little history lesson there for you young cats. Here he is with the half mask and his special serpent pimp cane for smacking the bitches. But nice figure. So obviously this is not the traditional style of Cobra Commander. This is the Renegades movie style, which I actually saw for the first time recently a couple of months ago. And that tape is it's circulating in the community. I sent it off to Marvel Merc after my man CB sent it off over here to me. So Marvel Merc, don't be fronting. You know you're supposed to send it to somebody else next. So anybody who's trying to see that movie, they gotta hit up Marvel Merc. And I also opened the Firefly figure. Again, very nice figure, excellent detail. He comes with 1, 2, 3 guns, plus the little rocket there. What a really nice figure, man. 3 3/4 inch figure. Oh, and not only that, but he's got the his little Rambo knife, and it goes in the sheath. And not to mention that this jacket part here is removable. I mean, you getting all of this the regular retail price for these is about $8.99 in my area. Why the hell can't Marvel Universe come with all types of energy effects and the base? And it didn't come with a base, but it came with the little foot base that you can, plug the feet pegs into or whatever. But I mean, what a really, really nice figure. Again, this is in the Renegade style though. Firefly, not the traditional Firefly. So I opened the Duke figure as well. Same thing here. Nice paint apps, nice detail, comes with accessories. I'll go over what seems to be the standard for articulation on these real quick too. The head can rotate, it can do a 360, it can go up and down, it could kind of turn a little bit where you could get that kind of look. It's a ball jointed shoulder, I guess you could call that a ball joint. It's got that hinge at the elbow. It's not double jointed, but it's got that extra range of motion that's not really the way that a human's elbow would move. But Hasbro seems to use that not only on the 3 3/4 inch, but on their 6-inch figures too. It's got a little hinge here at the wrist too, but I don't know why it goes that way as opposed to going inward and outward. I don't know why they would put the hinge that way, but maybe just because it's really small. I don't know. But this is the standard G.I. Joe joint, but it's been improved on over the year though, so this one gets a little more range of motion than back in the days. It's got double jointed knees, it's got ankle articulation, can move up and down and left and right, no swivel, but this seems to be the standard articulation on each one of these figures that I've opened so far. Forgive me if I'm getting some of the accessories mixed up, but this little gas mask came with Duke too. And the walkie-talkie came with Firefly. So, I mean, ton of accessories, obviously. Viper right here. One of the ones that came with some of the most accessories. He's got that gun in his hand. He's got the RPG. He's got the gun with the drum on it. I don't even know what type of gun some of these are, but 5 guns, plus the removable backpack. I mean, crazy. All of this you're getting for the same price as a Marvel Universe figure. Nice detail. Look at the visor. It's real cool how it's actually really, really reflective and shiny. And these are the army builders, man. Crazy. Snake Eyes. Everybody loves Snake Eyes. Everybody loves a ninja. Bunch of accessories. The 2 swords, the little throwing knives or throwing swords or whatever you want to call them. A gun, the removable backpack. It seems that his wrist articulation on this hand is how I said that I would like it to be in the other figures, but it's only on this hand. On the other hand, it still has the awkward motion. On this one, it could get it into that kind of martial arts motion there. So that's cool. Maybe just the ninja figures have that. And I honestly don't know if I put the weapons in the right way. I don't know if the swords are supposed to go in with the handles on this side or on the other side. I'm pretty sure that the little throwing knives or whatever go in the backpack. And I don't really know if if the gun goes holstered this way or the opposite way, but still, great figure. Now that I'm looking at all of them, it seems like most of them have the awkward motion on the right hand, and then the way that I would like it to be on both hands on the left hand. So that's how it is for Firefly too. So this is the last figure that I didn't open yet. The Hazard Vipers seems to be up there with the Cobra Viper as far as the amount of accessories. Just crazy. I've seen these in a lot of shots on the Facebook group, a lot of pictures. People kind of army build these guys too. I'm gonna wait to open this one until I get a couple of more. Like I said, I do want to do some army building with these, and like I've said numerous times before, the 3 3/4 inch figures are just really great for ACBA because it's so much simpler to put them into extravagant dioramas in this scale. You got to work a little harder to do it in the 6-inch scale. So I'll probably be doing a couple of things with these over the coming weeks and months. I'm pretty sure that next Saturday is going to be G.I. Joe Saturday on the Facebook group, so that should be pretty entertaining.
another episode of Meantime in Between Time. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Please don't forget to come join us on the ACBA Facebook group, and also to like the ACBA like page, and also to sub the ACBA community channel. This was a pretty crazy week. I had so much stuff that I was supposed to do that I really didn't get done because I was just super busy. Obviously, I did still get to shoot some stuff in Meantime in Between Time. As of right now, we are 3/4 of the way done with the scoring for the tournament. We are actually just waiting for Action Figure Experts scores to figure out how everything is going to play out. As it's looking right now, I can't even say. I don't want to give nothing away. I can't say right now. But it was tough. This was a really tough round. I thought this was some of the best displays to enjoy, but at the same time, it still comes down to the scoring. And if if it wasn't crispy enough, then you're not gonna pass through. December 20th, 2 days from hopefully from when this is popping up on YouTube, is the last day for people in the FSP to put their attendance on that video update that I did last week sometime. So I did get a pretty decent response, but like I said, if you don't check in with attendance on that video, then you're not going to be included for the December drawing. I should be doing the drawing for December on Christmas Day, and I think that I'm going to be doing 3 drawings. The regular prize package, I'm going to give away a gift card and a separate drawing, and then I'll do something for the people who turn 19 in the first year. So look out for that. Look out for the results of the tournament and the people moving on to round 4 within the next day or two. And I'll talk to y'all next week. Peace.